I'm not one to typically bitch and moan about other truck drivers, but these two jackasses, that one, not that dude. Let's see, that dude just barely got it, and this dude came barreling into this truck stop. It's 1 in the morning, you know. Truck stop's full of people trying to sleep. Come barreling through the truck stop, and their freaking Jake brakes on, wrapping up their engines for no goddamn reason, going 25 mile an hour. Which doesn't sound fast unless you're walking across the parking lot and somebody flies by you in a freaking semi going 25. And then they jump out of the truck and, like, I don't know, maybe that was their dad's truck, and they're covering for their dad over the weekend or something, because those are expensive trucks. And they're wearing freaking skinny jeans and like t-shirts that are 5 sizes too small, and tennis shoes, and they're bull haulers. Okay, I'm just utterly confused by what I just saw. It's like 2 dudes pretending to be bull haulers. I'm sitting here, made it to the yard, all that, getting ready. We're waiting on them to come get my truck. The reason I'm sitting here and not sitting in the waiting room is because although they say they're a pet-friendly company, all that really means is that I can have my dog with me. The yard isn't pet-friendly in the least. I can't go into any building here with my dog. There's no place for me to sit and wait. So when they do come and get my truck, me and the boy will be sitting outside in the sun for however long it takes them to fix it. The grease shouldn't take too long, right? They got a lift. They know where the grease ports are. They'll hit all the grease ports in probably half an hour or less. But I also have a blown hose on my APU, so I puked out a bunch of coolant the other day. As soon as I quit recording, he came out and pointed me to the bay he wanted me to pull up to. Okay, go sit out in the sun for a minute.
Yeah, the only reason why I say that is because it says it has a cooling leak. You know where it's at?
It's in the APU. It's got to be one of those hoses.
It's inside of it?
Yeah, it's coming right out of the box.
Okay, I was going to say, because I noticed you don't have a slide plate on
Yeah, I got it worked on like 3 weeks ago, and the next day, I guess he didn't get it on there tight. It was gone. So I got it worked down to Kaiser, and then like it was just gone. So I don't know. They took out that fairing too. It was either that or an animal hit it, because there's that plastic fairing on the other side.
Yeah, on the passenger side.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They were both gone at the same time. So I don't know if it took it out or, because I don't remember hitting anything. But
Well, I'll fix that too. I'll make a section for it and everything like that. If you want it, what time is it?
it's 1. It just turned 1.
Alright, I mean, if you want to kick it in your truck while I go take lunch real quick, and you don't have to stand outside.
Okay.
But I just wanted to get it in here so that I had a spot for it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and then I'll come back and grease your truck up and everything like that. So,
Are you going to be the one fixing the
Yeah.
hose too? Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So, question.
Yeah.
Is your dog going to bark for that?
No, he's super chill.
Okay. Well, then you'll be fine to sit in there. That's usually why
No,
they boot people out with dogs because half the time maybe not shut down.
you can't make him bark. Like if you scared the shit out of him, he might bark, but
See,
once.
my dog at home, I have a Boston Terrier. The only time he barks
Yeah.
is if I'm like purposely fucking with him.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
Like,
have to stir him up hard to get him to bark, and
Yes.
even then, it's like a.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not even like a full bark.
Yeah, he's just kind of grunts and groans at you and plays around. Yeah.
That's kind of how my dog.
Yeah, he's been in a truck since he was like 8 weeks old, so he's used to all this shit. Like, he's not easily upset at all.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be kicking man, you can go ahead and do that.
It beats sitting out in the sun for an hour or two.
Yeah. So is your APU like is it on inside your cab or did you know?
What do you mean?
Screen on?
Yeah, everything's working fine. I shut the coolant hose. Going down the road, it burst, whatever burst, and I lost like a gallon and a half. I pulled over, it was pouring out of the APU box, and I shut the valves off and topped my tank back up. Happened yesterday. Day before, yeah, yesterday.
And it's not that hose on the side, is it?
I really hadn't had time to look at it because I've just been
hauling ass to get back here, but it was all coming right out the bottom of the box. So it's got to be one of the hoses inside that box.
Yeah, I just hope it's not one of those bottom
Right.
hoses, because those are fucking bitch.
It might be, but I mean the thing hasn't been running. It hasn't. At least it won't be hot because I've had the coolant turned off and it hasn't ran in a day and a half. So, yep. Heading over to the Loves because this lot's overflowing with trucks today. Took about 3 hours, just about what I expected. I was right. It was a inlet high pressure hose. Coolant hose, that's what was broken on. And we found another cover for it. I lost that lower cover on the APU a couple weeks ago. Not sure when exactly, but that one new. Get over here, grab a quick shower, and hang out. So I found out what I'm doing. I'll give him a call here about 4:30 to see if he's got an idea what I might be doing.
I've been stuck here in Lamar's for 26 hours. I still don't have a load. He said he's going to do his best to get me on a load. Looks like it picks up tomorrow afternoon, going down to Southern California, San Diego. But he wasn't sure, and he's already gone. It's almost 7 now. But if I have many more days like this, I'm gonna have to start looking around. That's all I can say about that. I can't be sitting around for. I mean, I already had one 34-hour reset this weekend. I'm not this week. Now I'm gonna get 2. It's hard to say because the whole industry is struggling right now. I mean, the whole economy is struggling. So. I don't know. Can't be sitting around all the time though. It's not good for my pocketbook, and it's damn sure not good for my mental health and everything in between. It's a little after midnight. Just going a little stir crazy. Take the pupper for a walk, clear my head a little bit. Get out of the truck for a while. It is kind of something I've always known I shouldn't do, but it just kind of happens where, you know, I'm sitting around waiting on a load or whatever the situation is, and before I know it, I've sat in that truck for a day and a half, or sometimes 2 days. Trying to distract myself in whatever way I can or whatever. I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's Lamar's, Iowa. There's not a lot around to do. It's a little windy. Near this truck stop, there's the truck stop and highway and cornfields. But I know it'd be healthier if I got out of the truck more often and just went and did stuff, but I'm thinking about getting some kind of a bicycle or something. I've been considering it for like 10 years and I haven't done it. because I just don't know how much I'd use it. It'd be easier if I could put a bike rack on the grill or something. Something easy to get the bike on and off. Maybe a skateboard. I haven't skateboarded probably 15 years, but I used to skateboard everywhere. If I wasn't on my bike, I was on a skateboard. I know I got to start doing something a little more active. Like, I can't ever stick to a workout regimen. You know, I do work out from time to time, sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, but I just can't stick to it for very long. If I found some kind of an activity that I could actually enjoy doing, I might actually get into some decent shape. I mean, because I kind of maintain my weight with just fasting and eating, trying to make better choices. But if I'm ever going to lose the weight, I got to find some kind of activity to do besides taking the dog for a walk a couple times a day. It's not really enough. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Not a lot to do around here. Walk around a bit. Let the dog stretch his legs. Oh, I woke up about an hour ago and realized that the load down the road has been ready for me probably since yesterday morning. I could have left yesterday, but they just put me on the load today. I mean, then again, it doesn't deliver till Sunday. It's Friday. Sunday afternoon, nonetheless, in PA. 800 miles. So I'm annoyed, but whatever. I waited a little bit because I don't want to. I want to push it till like when I'm looking for parking, it's a little later at night instead of that window between like 7 and 10. But there are plenty of rest areas and stuff out on 80 in Ohio, Indiana, Ohio. It sucks mostly because it's a freaking Walmart load, which means I can't get there early and have any shot at getting unloaded. You show up at Walmart more than an hour before your appointment, they'll just tell you to go away. So, unless by some miracle they have a load turning around and coming back before Tuesday afternoon, I'm going to be stuck with 1,600 miles this week. Which is not okay. If I get a few more weeks like this, I'm going to have to start looking for somewhere else to drive, because I can't justify being out on the road getting 1,600 miles a week. It just doesn't, the math ain't mathin'. Come here, buddy. Come on, brother. You gotta go potty. You better go for a walk. Saying I'm perfect or anything, but that Schuster trailer, the truck that just pulled out, didn't so much as get out and look at her shit. put the landing gear up and took off. She didn't walk around the trailer. She didn't open the back. She didn't do a damn thing. She came in behind me. First of all, somehow or another, maybe her tire tread is new. She backed up to the trailer. It was actually low enough. Every single trailer I've ever pulled out of here was that far too tall. I got some worn out tires. I know next time I come up to Lamar's, I got to get my left two rear. I'm going to ask them to just replace all of them so they're all the same tread depth. But my left two rear are getting real low on tread. They're not illegal yet, but they're getting close. By the time I get back up here, I'll need new tires. Which is fantastic. Playing on another freaking day in the shop. Tell, but like it doesn't really look the same on the camera, but the whole sky's like purple because the sun's setting under the bright clouds, so it's kind of turning everything purple. Purple rain, purple rain. I'd love to just keep going tonight. I'm not really tired. But the law is the law, I guess. Still got about an hour and a half on my clock, but I never push it to that limit. And where I'm sitting now, I can make it to Pottsville in 1 one shot if I had to, which I won't have to, but I could. And there's no sense in me pushing myself to the end of my clock, the very, very limit, when it's not going to change anything. And I got lucky the first place I pulled into had parking, which I wasn't expecting. Anywhere from 2 hours to an hour and a half before my clock ends, I start looking for parking, if I can. Unless I know where I'm going has parking, something of the sort. Or if I'm delivering. Okay. Game plan this shit. What, you're not even gonna eat it? Okay. Okay, so the problem I'm having with the plan is that this thing delivers at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know how long that facility is gonna take. You know, it could be 2 hours or it could be 5 hours, and there's really not a damn thing I can do to change that. So, assuming I get there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they don't take forever to unload me, best I'm going to do is be getting out of there at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I got to go hunt for parking unless they have me on another load. So I need to try to get as far east as I can tomorrow before 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, and then start looking for parking. Because I do not want to get my least favorite part of trucking is always having to find somewhere to park. Honestly, if it was up to me, I'd be rolling right now. I just keep going. I could for sure tonight get into like Ohio or even Pennsylvania. You know, the 400 or 500 miles wouldn't be shit. But my clock. It's one of the reasons I was annoyed when I woke up at noon today that he didn't call me and tell me I was on a load first thing this morning. That could have been picked up first thing this morning. Because it would have put me 6, 7 hours ahead of schedule. And the thing showed that it was loaded yesterday, but I guess they didn't decide to put me on it until today, or yesterday, the day before, or whatever. If they'd have told me about it on the 21st, I could have went and got it, and I could have scheduled the thing any way I wanted to be running through the night instead of running halfway through the day into the night. It's not the way I like to run things at all if I can avoid it, and they left me no choice on this load but to run, you know, into the evening, which is just stupid. Come on, Diesel. Running things from the AM into the evening is like the worst way to do things. Diesel, I don't... We'll play in a minute. I'm trying to think here. You're being goobers. Here. Being a goober. Oh, I got a headache too. Oh, I just hate loads like this where I don't have any option but to run at the worst times because it wasn't scheduled with any forethought whatsoever into what the driver has to deal with. I hate loads that deliver in the afternoon instead of the morning. It's like it's fine if it's late at night or early in the morning, but at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's like the worst goddamn time. Unless you're just starting your day and have somewhere to be after you get empty. So I'll talk to them tomorrow. See if they can try to get me scheduled on something where I can head in a direction if I need to. Right? It doesn't necessarily have to be where as soon as I leave there I have to have enough hours to get there, but at least if I know a direction I can head in that direction and start looking for parking in between Pottsville and wherever I'm picking up. figure it out later.